control and manipulation on this app that you had in your circle or your community, whatever, however you were presenting yourself in your community. Right? Because look at it. All of them had their little clout in their personal life, right? Mm-hmm. I speak this motherfucking motivational speaker, college student, you know, he got this military career, so he got a pretty good thing going on. Cuban over here all on TV and shit, you know, pretending to be fucking black and shit. So she got a pretty good hustle going on. T. Nathan out here pretending to fight for liberation, stealing fucking social security cards from old folks, scamming his way through fucking life. So he got a pretty good thing going on. They thought they was going to get on this app and be able to do the same thing. And it worked for a while. But then real black people started really coming on this app and calling them the fuck out. And because we're so quick to not listen to black people for real, to listen to the truth speakers for real, almost all of those black people were ignored. But see, I guess my situation was just the nail in the coffin, because too many real black people clung to me this time. And granted, we ain't no fucking super group. We ain't got no big ass motherfucking group of people. But too many real black people clung to me this time. And they're not able to pull the wool over our eyes anymore. Yeah, it's still a lot of them that believe, Blaze, believe me. It's still a lot of folks that are still going to fucking insist that I did this shit, that I lied on this man, that I hired this white woman, and I don't give a fuck. Because the motherfuckers that are supposed to hear this message, the motherfuckers that are supposed to see the truth will see it. They will see it. And the people that are supposed to fight against it will fight against it. It will come. All I know is I won't quit. And as long as I got other people joining this movement that won't quit, I don't have nothing else to be fucking worried about.
So I want to say this too, because you hear. So Miss Keys came on last night, and you know the reason why she said she doesn't believe you, besides she's saying you switched your story up and stuff. She said because of the people you had backing you, right? So what she was talking about was the fold and all them other stuff, right? So
that was obvious from jump, though.
Right. So with her saying that to me, right? So why you ain't got that same energy for Mo? Because Mo was over there.
Because she too caught up. C. Keys know the truth.
Right?
C. Keys knows the truth.
Yep.
It was all in her eyes, all in her body language last night. Talking about body language and eyes. And then she said, I went to 4 other people to confirm what I believed. Not to get their input, but to confirm what you believed. Girl, bye.
I mean, because for real,
I don't need to hear another word from
and I got questions for you.
She know the truth.
I ain't even gonna hold you. I still want to know what you heard. And
baby, sometimes you gotta let a motherfucker come in. Hold on. Let me say this real quick. I told y'all from jump, I didn't have no evidence of what happened to me. And I told y'all from jump, I'm going to have to let these motherfuckers do what they do. I got to let them commit these motherfucking crimes. I got to let them tell these motherfucking lies. Or what the fuck else? How the fuck else am I supposed to prove this shit to y'all? And first of all, my platform is always going to be a safe space for victims. Anybody coming to my comment section is going to get a place to speak their fucking truth. I can't tell nobody what did and didn't happen to them. The only thing I can do is try to confirm it like anybody else afterwards, after the story is told. The story has to be told first in order for anybody to fucking pay attention. So whether you believe a victim or not, there are ways to get the truth without berating people. Because you don't know if that person is a victim or not. Like, we honestly don't know if this woman is a victim or not. We know she was used. We know that fucking much. We know her ass got on this fucking motherfucker and lied last night. We know that fucking much.
For a fact, she lied.
But to say she's not a victim at all, like we don't know that. We don't know what the fuck they did to this girl. Cause ain't no way in the fuck I'd put my life on the line for some shit like this if somebody didn't have something over me. Like really. If you didn't think that you had it, like if you didn't think like that girl knew that she had a force
first of
backing
all,
her.
that girl,
She knew she had a force. She knew she had white supremacists backing her. She knew it.
Yeah, so that's why I said she's too emotionally involved. When she said the address and started throwing up the white power sign, I knew exactly where she came from. That girl been knew you. She know everything
Yeah.
you said, everything you did on this app. It was personal for her.
Yep.
And she couldn't handle it. Every time she stuttered, every time she looked around at the sky, every time she did this. Like, girl, how you call her? You gonna say you called she called you from a payphone. First you said you called her. Then she said she called from a payphone. A payphone. Then you were so, trying to cover your ass, right? The only thing you could think of is to take a screenshot of a private number. Not record the
Then she sat there.
conversation. You said
She
all you
sat
did
there
was
and
took a
said.
screenshot.
She sat there and said in my live that she talked to Tanya on Wednesday and talked to me on Friday. But she did the live on Thursday.
What is
But
your
you told
question,
Petty
ma'am?
Rowe that you
What is your
talked to me
question?
before the live. You told Petty Rowe that you talked to me before the live where you went live with me.
Mm-hmm.
But you was already telling the story in the live when you was in the comments section. So how did you talk to me at 5 o'clock and get the story when you was already telling the story at 3 o'clock, 3 something in my fucking comment section? Because you said 5 o'clock. You said I got off the app to eat, which I did, but I didn't eat till I got. Matter of fact, I was eating when she was telling her story. I was eating a hot dog.
You understand her not going to the police? Okay. That's really not a question.
She sat there and lied over and over again. And Petty Rowe knows she lied. And then let I Speak jump into that fucking live and change the fucking narrative. If y'all can't see that motherfucker was goddamn cleaning up,
Well, you
trying to
need to
clean up
ask police
last
of
night.
that. You on the wrong side. You got to ask police of that. I do not.
Ask me what? Don't come over here
I
with no
don't know.
bullshit,
She's
please.
talking about your advocacy.
My what?
Your advocacy, I guess. Your advocate. Have you gotten an advocate?
An advocate for
A
what?
rain advocate. A rain?
I'm
I don't know
I'm
what
my
that
own
is. I'm not
advocate.
sure what that is, ma'am. I would suggest you go over there, her live, and ask her that. She was respectful. She didn't get disrespectful. Go ahead, sis.
But
I'm
I'm just
sorry.
saying, I don't
How
trust
did
none of
I
these
get in
folks.
Patrick's live last night if it was subscribe only? What are you talking about?
Yep, she did. She told Petty Rowe
Oh, you
that she
worried
talked to
about
me
how
about
I
a week
got in
after
this
she
live
talked
and
to
it's only
Tanya.
subscribe only? Don't worry about that. Mind your
Yep.
business.
She said I talked to Tanya a while ago. And she was like, well, how far in between when you
And go
spoke
get
to
your real
Tanya and
page
when
and
you
answer
spoke
that,
to
Patrick.
police? And she said a week. She said about a week.
I paid for it. You ever think I would pay for anything or give Patrick a dime? You must be out your mind.
Hell, her story in Petty Rowe's live changed.
Yep.
Petty Rowe caught her in so many fucking lies after I done already caught her in so many fucking lies. Petty Rowe knew she was lying when she came over there. Petty Rowe watched my live. She watched that girl lie in my live. So
What are you
she knew
talking
when she
about?
came
Yes,
over there, she was
sweetheart.
already lying. That's why she
Patrick
had
can
the
see his
specific question
subscribe
she had.
people that subscribe to him. He can see the pages that are subscribed to him. Don't you think he would be able to? He would say that. I think he would have made a whole video about that by now. I think you need to use your brains.
Right.
That's because he kept turning them on and off, doofus. Figure it out. I mean, it's not that hard. You fishing and it's not working. It's not giving. Nobody's ever going to give Patrick a fucking dime from over here. trust, and believe.